I just wanted to get on here and do a quick little video about a topic that was a brief mention in a YouTube video conversation that I had with, a response that I had to someone and then their responses to me. And this is in regards to if a comment somebody made where the woman would, after a divorce, a woman getting half of the man's wealth. And the comment that I made was that, if they've been married for years and they, built that wealth together, then should get half of it. If she helped him build, if the woman helped the man build, then she should get half after the divorce. And and if she married the guy, after, he had made his wealth, and they were married for a few years and they get divorced, then of course she doesn't deserve half of it because she didn't help build it. So the comments that were made back were about, sometimes the woman's a housewife and she didn't help him build a business, or she was just a secretary, and, after years and years of marriage, she doesn't deserve half. And I come from looking at things from an energetic viewpoint, because we are energetic beings having a quote-unquote physical existence. Now, physical existence, what we see as physical, is just another frequency of energy. Anyways, so I look at things from the law of energy. And when you look at things from a patriarchal viewpoint, that is the culture that we have today, in the way that we view things, we look at things in a way where some things are more valued than others. Like strength. Strength is more valuable. Being, logical or stoic is more valuable. Just in a patriarchal society, the characteristics normally associated with men are seen as more valuable than the characteristics normally associated with women. And so, that's going to color things to begin with, as the worth of what somebody put into creating something. Because one of the comments that was said is that, they see women in these kind of relationships that are helping work in the men's business, answering phones, or, doing some minor bookkeeping, and that's not helping him build his business. Looking at things from an energetic viewpoint and not a patriarchal viewpoint is that in those cases, 1 plus 1 doesn't equal 2, 1 plus 1 equals 3. When you are co-creating with someone, you don't put value on, I do this, so me doing this has more worth than you doing that. Because it's about the combination of energies, of each person putting in energy into the creation of something. And because each person is putting in energy into the creation of something, much more can be created than either person doing it alone. And we know this because we have things called mastermind groups. Then that's the purpose of a mastermind group, is people are co-creating a certain result, and they're using each other's knowledge, each other's support, each other's experiences to help each other to create, to be more successful. And because when you're looking at things from a patriarchal viewpoint, and that's pure yang energy of doing, you're looking at certain actions being more valuable than other actions, like going out and actually attending the business meetings, and buying and selling, and that type of thing, and making deals. Well, that's one aspect of building a business. Yet In order to keep it, in order to have it be successful, there has to be a foundation. And in order for somebody to be able to do that, they have to be healthy, stress-free. In order to do that more with less effort and with greater success. And when you're in a partnership, okay, and you have somebody taking care of building that strong foundation, they might not be out there making the deals, but they are out there creating an environment for you to come home to so you can be refreshed, so you can collect yourself, so you can recharge and go out the next day and do it, and do what you have to do. That's just as important, because if you are stressed all the time, that affects your ability to think, that affects your ability to be healthy and not be sick and not miss important things because you're laid up in bed. Or if your energy level is low, so there's just certain things you just don't have the energy to do. When you have a strong partnership of somebody making sure that you're taking care of yourself, you're eating right, you're sleeping right, you're doing what you need to do. You're a sounding board for somebody to listen to when you're a little stressed out. You need to de-stress. That's important. That helps you build the business. It helps you build it to a level of success you would not have been able to do it before. And you can look yourself and do the research on what stress does to people. Okay, the one person that mentioned the secretary, he saw that the woman was a secretary or a minor bookkeeper, in the business, and wasn't helping him build. Well, that might be that because she volunteered to be a secretary, he didn't have to worry about hiring a secretary. He could have somebody that he trusted in the business that wasn't going to get mad at him, okay, or have ulterior motives and screw his business up, because she was the wife and she was directly affected by the success of that building, or that business, excuse me. So she wasn't going to screw it up. So she had all the motivation to do a good job herself. So the man could trust that. And he didn't have to, that was one less thing he had to worry about. So he could put that energy he would be worrying about into something else, into building those deals, into making new deals and growing the business, or the bookkeeper job, or things that he didn't have to stress over, that she'd be willing to do. And then again, staying at home, providing that environment where he can recharge and go out the next day and handle the next day. So again, when you look at it from an energetic viewpoint and not, I do this, so my worth is greater because I'm doing these activities. It's a co-creation from energy, from intention. And it is this intention, this collaborative intention, that goes farther than specific actions that don't have that collaborative component to it, because you're doing it alone. Now, again, this works for functional relationships. Okay? If it's a dysfunctional relationship, well, you shouldn't be in it. If you're with a partner that wants to tear you down, you shouldn't be in that relationship for very long. Okay, if you don't realize it right away because you're a little slow, once you realize it, you do better on your own, because your efforts, your singular intention and focus efforts, will go a lot farther than somebody trying to tear you down and sabotaging you at every moment. So, in fact, you will fail if you stay in that relationship. So there won't be a business to split up, 20 years down the road, because you'd probably be bankrupt or something like that. So this works for functional relationships. So I wanted to just kind of share that just so you could see another viewpoint um, um, as to how the woman would deserve half of what was created, because she was just as much of an important component in that creation as the man was. You need both yin and yang to have a whole, to have something that lasts, something that makes a difference, something that's effective. You can't just have the yang energy. You need both. So, um, and for people that point out, well, there's men that do it on their own and they make millions. Yeah, but in a functional relationship, they could make tens of millions or hundreds of millions. So it's um, it's a team effort, and it's about respecting that team effort and acknowledging it and being in gratitude of it. So that's all that I wanted to say on that subject. And if you have some comments, please like, comment, and subscribe, and share the video. That's all I have to say. Thank you.